Morning guys, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ola, welcome to my channel. Hello from North Carolina, as usual. I'm not in North Carolina, I am in New York. Yeah, these 3 days I am in New York. I took 2 days off and I'm hanging out here. You cannot live in the village all the time, you sometimes gotta go out. Yeah, that's what actually was my purpose of visiting the city, to see the city, to get some city energy, to look around. And I'm not exactly prepared, so we're gonna walk around, see the views, and I'm just gonna share a little bit of information what I am ready for sharing. Some how to get a trip in New York as a minimum with a minimal budget. I'm on a minimal budget and I'm a walker. I like walking, so I'm gonna walk around Manhattan, and I'm staying at Manhattan. How much did I spend? I spent $550 for the flight from North Carolina and backwards and stay for 3 nights on Manhattan. Sign up to my channel, click the like button, let's go. I'm normally a quite prepared traveler. I've been to quite a lot of places before, and I normally traveled to my parents from Russia to Kazakhstan with children by train. When you take a train trip for 3 days and 3 nights, and you're choo on the train, you gotta be prepared. I usually I used to start preparation like a month before to the trip, but now for this trip I'm not prepared like at all. Look, there's nobody. Okay, I'm not prepared. I even forgot my my comb and I'm in trouble. Like, what do I do with my hair now? Right now it's still braided, but I don't know. Okay, maybe I will buy one if I see one. I have no idea. I don't really like shopping, so going around looking for a comb is not the best idea ever. Okay, so today's my plan is, again, and I went without preparation. I'm working as a teacher at school, so there is always something happening, and one thing after another, and I didn't even make a plan. Before, when I went traveling, like to Turkey, for example, I used several resources. You Google something, there are a lot of websites which can recommend what you can see within 3 days, like the best views, the map, and like some historical information about this spot. Oops. But this time I did not do that. I mean, I tried. It took me quite a lot of time and got confused as usual, because you need to do the research. I mean, to do the research, compare one website, compare information from another website, choose what you really want, because like they have different perspectives on what you want to see. Even ChatGPT didn't recommend me what I wanted properly. Like the first day, spend 1 day in Central Park. Come on, ChatGPT, I'm from Gastonia. Central Park is my Gastonia. I mean, Gastonia is the whole Central Park on maximum. There are squirrels, I'm stuck. There are raccoons, there are everything that you can see in Central Park. Why would I spend the time there? I want to see the city. Wow, flowers. Oh, this city, like these buildings, so many little details on them. Something like that. Oop. I can understand that it might look disgusting to those who live in the city. It's dirty, it's all concrete and glass, but it's something that I'm missing in Gastonia, because the maximum tallest view, tallest, yes, in Gastonia is 3-story building. No, there are several, maybe 2, 3, 4 buildings that's 7-story heights, but it's not enough, and they don't look like that. They look absolutely differently, and it's like one separate building. So that's my purpose of the visit, to observe the city view as much as I can. That's why I'm gonna spend a lot of time walking around. That's why I didn't really mind ChatGPT's plan where it sent me to go to. Here we go. So yesterday I walked around Manhattan. You can watch some of my other videos. I'm gonna make videos like day by day. Today's plan is library. Yay! Surprise library. I'm a nerd. I like libraries anyway. And I used to spend a lot of time in Omsk city library. I wouldn't say that it was the happiest time of my life. It was freezing cold in there. Магазинчик. Little store. Shop. Okay. Yeah, when we watch some videos that Russia is cold. Yeah, Russia is not all cold, but I lived most part of my life in Siberian part of Russia, so yes, it is cold. It's not, it's freezing cold, but there is summer sometimes. Like, okay, we get distracted. So libraries are part of my life, and I am a linguist on my education, so I spend a lot of time in the library before, and I actually had some period of my life when I was writing course papers and diploma works for other people for money. I don't know if it's legal in the US or not, but it's quite the market in Russia. So I even spend time for making money in the library. Okay, so that's one part of our day today. Library, probably Grand Central Terminal again. I walked around it yesterday. Maybe I will see it around again. I don't know. And Brooklyn. I mean, I'm gonna split my day into two parts. It's 7 o'clock in the morning now. Spent some time around. I don't see the dog, it's barking, but okay, it's on the top floor, right there. I am going. I forgot what I was talking about. So right now I've got also some recommendations. I was saving them for a while on Instagram somewhere. Or for example, somebody's recommending. There is a lot of channels where they try to recommend you something you want to visit. So I saved several of these videos. I got some recommendations, not just to have some purpose in walking. Purposeless walking is a little bit boring. So we'll get this purpose. McDougal. Wow. Okay. Let's see. And the second part, in the afternoon, after I charge all my batteries again, I will go to Brooklyn, see the Brooklyn Bridge. Sounds like a plan, right? Okay, wish me luck. If you haven't subscribed yet, you are very welcome to do so. You can also click some buttons, like, bell, and we're gonna continue. ChatGPT created me kind of plan, and I a little improved it. Actually, not really. I was just walking without much sense using those recommendations which I wanted. My normal life is just school, after school going home, having kids and taking care of them, cooking. We don't go out much because we just bought a house, so we are busy around the house, redecorating, painting. I'm painting my own kitchen because I couldn't figure out what kind of wallpapers I want to have for my kitchen, and I find it boring to have a white or pastel painted kitchen style. I understand that people can like it. I totally support them. I'm not criticizing like all my subscribers in my Russian part of the channel, but I prefer something brighter and maybe more vivid because all the day around I observe gray colors around me. So I rented a little hostel room in Manhattan, and that's why these 4 days I'm walking around Manhattan, because that's what I paid for. I understand that I could have chosen something cheaper, more affordable. Like previous time when we just came to the USA, we rented a whole 2 rooms with 4 beds or 3 beds, something, for 4 people. And we spent less money in Bronx. but it's Bronx. It's a long trip, and for us it was okay because we needed just place to sleep, and we realized that we would have a huge jet lag because of this trip from Turkey to because we did stay for some time in Georgia, which is a country, not a state in the USA, and then in Turkey, and the flight was for 12 hours, so there is a huge jet lag. So we needed to stay and sleep. So Bronx was absolutely fine area. For those who say that it's dangerous, I did not find anything dangerous over there. There are just regular people speaking Mexican, speaking Spanish, Mexican language. So for me, it wasn't really complicated. So something different from my previous experience of my life. And now I am in the middle part of Manhattan, right next to Chinatown. That's why I really enjoy the views, because this time I planned to exactly reach out to all the places, and I did it in the daytime, in the nighttime, and all the time around. No, I mean nighttime. I do sleep in the nighttime. I still went out somewhere about 9, and it could have been scary if I were staying in Bronx, for example, because just in case you are staying alone without any much places, and you will have to take underground, and this subway is. It looks dangerous. It looks disgustingly dirty in comparison to those undergrounds which I'd seen in other countries. Believe me, I used underground in Novosibirsk, which is Siberia in Russia, then in Moscow, but you know that's special. It's too much beautiful for underground. Then I tried underground in Poland. Yes, in Poland. We were in Warsaw and we were in Krakow. There was no underground in Krakow, I believe, but there was one in Warsaw. And in Minsk, in Belarus, also there is beautiful underground. In comparison to New York underground sucks. Sorry, New Yorkers. But I understand that it has functions to deliver people from one spot to another spot, and New Yorkers live their poor gray life. They try to decorate it with those trees. They try to implement any type of greenery wherever they can put in their life. So otherwise they are surrounded in these concrete, stones, glass, dirt and bacteria, I guess. So that's the only way how they can decorate their life and bring something. But I still love it. Look at the stones and everything that I was observing. Yes, I'm using the word absorbing the details because I was exactly stopping for an hour, not exactly an hour, for some minutes. I could stay, look at some stupidly looking buildings. They are not historically valuable. They are not architecturally valuable for me. That was the experience which I needed. Just looking at different something. Because whatever city you're visiting, they all have their own I would say soul. Let's say soul. Spirit, maybe. Spirit would be good too. So any city has their own atmosphere and spirit, and the architecture and other things are all different. So right now I'm moving towards the water. to New Jersey, if you understand. So I'm just trying to understand the map, but it's kind of complicated. Where I was going, so I'm gonna get I'm here in the middle of Manhattan, right? So I'm going to Hudson River. River. Okay, let's say river because I saw it called the river in some somewhere there ahead. I was recommended to see the piers with some numbers, so we're gonna go and enjoy some view near the river. Let's go ahead. Regarding sightseeing, that's one of the signs which I observed and enjoyed and actually really paid attention to. Like, what is a curb? The curb side. The one which I filmed wasn't exactly attractive, but I've seen these signs in many, many places around New York because people do have their dogs, and the dogs tend to pee everywhere, you know. That's why people wanted to protect their flowers. In this example, there were no flowers, but furthermore and everywhere around, there are not everywhere around, but people try to make their place beautiful to look at. And there were plenty of these flowers, and these dogs peeing on them kill them. So they are trying to protect their life. So that's actually what attracted my my view, right? Yeah, I understand that this part of New York is not exactly attractive. You could see trash around and these building construction, which are everywhere. Everywhere around Manhattan, wherever you go, you will see this construction. I did not film them. Most of them I was just walking with my camera off. But at the same time, I was trying to pick the other street to look at. Otherwise, it's different. It's different atmosphere. As I know, I watched some video, and this construction. Hold on, that's not exactly construction. This construction. I'm finding it difficult to find the word because I don't remember it. That's when you speak a couple languages, you have troubles remembering the word which you need. So the construction which are supposedly put up to protect people walking under the building while there is a renovation or reconstruction on the building happening. They're everywhere just because sometimes there is something dangerous on the top of the building. Maybe it's already supposed to be under renovation, but it's not yet because it needs funding, and funding is requesting a lot of money, and people are not ready to spend it, or businesses who own the buildings, so they just put up these ugly looking constructions around. That's why people have to actually walk around them, but that is their own business. People make money in different ways how they find it. I do make this video sometimes darker because you know when I walk I see it differently, and the camera catches it differently because of camera's matrix accepts and then proceeds the colors differently in a different way, not the same way as our eyes can see it. That's technology is better and better every year, but we cannot catch up with it, and our eyes are still sometimes better mechanisms than technology and digital devices. So what was the next thing that surprised me? Actually, while I was walking absolutely without planning it, I walked past by Google Meet. Really? Yeah, that was a Google building. So I just walked, and if you watch my videos about my gardening, we've got a house and there are a lot of vines, the same vines which I could see on the top of this building, and I'm struggling with eliminating them because I know that they ruin my not exactly house, because I didn't have many of them near house. They are ruining trees around my house because I have several oaks, and when the vine winds up around the oak, it absorbs and sucks out the life out this oak, and I am struggling to protect these oaks from the vines. And here they just planted them just because they wanted to redecorate their building with them. It looks a little bit scary. I mean, not exactly scary. Scary is like in the movie, some kind of a post-apocalyptic movie. And it wasn't exactly scary because it's summer, it's daytime. Maybe it would have been different if it was grayish and had some extra music and around it, like some scary music which you usually hear in the horror films. So that was my way, and I got to Pier 40, which was not on my recommendation list. I just got up here. I don't remember which pier was on my recommendation. I am going to walk around one of them, which I actually liked. It was never on recommendations. I've never seen it on any videos before, but I don't really watch a lot, so maybe you've seen it before. I just enjoyed it. So let's look at the little paradise on the side of New York. And we got to some interesting spot. We got to Pier 40, maybe. I'm not sure if you want to see. I took a picture of all piers, so like a map. So at least no, that's Pier 40, so that's probably some other number, whatever. Okay, there are a lot of people running around here. It makes me feel creepy. I've never run in my life. Yeah, I look like I'm running all the time, but I usually walk. I'm a walker. And yeah, I used to run when I was in the 11th grade probably. And I started one more time again some later, but I cannot run. I cannot control my, pace. Yeah, pace, tempo. Because you gotta run with a special tempo so that you wouldn't run out of your breath. And I usually run out of my breath because I push to the limits and then I cannot control the speed and then I cannot breathe. Okay, that's our purpose over there. We're gonna go there now to like Chrysler building and to the library. I hope my battery will last a little bit longer and I will be able to film something in the library. So let's proceed forward. I like it here. For those who had visited Moscow before, you probably might notice that this thing is actually similar to that thing that they have near Kremlin. Not exactly, but similar. Oh, I noticed. I have noticed the Statue of Liberty over there. There. If you noticed it, you can click a like. I'm not going to the statue, but I'm gonna take this ferry. Ferry? Yeah, ferry. I've taken it before when I was first time in New York. It's totally free, so you can basically see the statue from the ferry. See, it's not that far. And basically when you are on the island, you can just look up the statue, and I'm not sure that the view is worth it. It's several hours for this trip, and then I don't know, I didn't like the view from that video, so I don't think that I'm going there. So my purpose is to go up there. There is a viewpoint on that tower, but it's kind of expensive. $50+. It's 2-3 hours of my work. No, I'm not ready to spend it on that. I can't afford it, I'm not taking it. Alright, so we're gonna use other affordable ways of looking around. We will go to Chrysler building and to the library. Stay with me. I've been to Moscow like 3 times. One time I spent there about 7 or 10 days during May holidays, because Russians do not work from the 1st May till the May the 10th, because May the 9th is Victory Day, the end of World War II, being celebrated. Victory Day is celebrated all over the country, and so basically people don't work from 1st till 9th till 10th, because 9th is a fireworks day, so the next day is out too. And the 1st is just traditional Labor Day, because everybody goes to their farms. Sorry for comparing New York to Moscow. It's probably not the only big city where I have been before, or had been before, but it has some similar vibe in it. Because I also visited Istanbul in Turkey. Istanbul? Yes, Istanbul. But I've been there only for 3 days, and it was tiring trip, because first I spent a month in Antalya. And it's beautiful resort place. I totally recommend. I would love to go there again. I don't see that happening, but that's a good place to go to. And then I spent 3 days in Istanbul, just really walking, but you cannot enjoy the city within 3 days. You gotta have more time, and 3 days for Istanbul is not enough. And I also was in Warsaw, but Warsaw was only for like 1 day, because we needed to go through visa interview, and the place where you go to visa interview if you are Russian or have Russian citizenship, it's Warsaw in Poland. I
prefer going to where Krakow, because we spent 1 month in Krakow, and that's the best city in Poland, which I recommend going to. The best food, the best place. Not exactly wonderful climate if you go there in January, but we love the time which we spent there. But I cannot compare New York to those cities. I compare to Moscow because I spent more time in Moscow, like I told you 10 days before. And it has some similar vibes. That's why I do compare. No offense given. It's just the compare. If I had any chance to compare it to other cities, I would have done it perfectly happily. And as soon as I get this chance, I will try to do my best. So we are going further. And now we are coming to something interesting.
I'm still on my way to the library and I got stuck. I don't know what the thing is, but I'm on Pier 56 most probably. I was walking around. I was walking along the pier, this riverbank, Hudson River. Is it river? And then I just got interested in this unusual construction, and I got on top of it. And it's actually like a little park in the middle of this pier.
I recall reading some articles before where they tell about how inhabitants of megapolises struggle with living without any access to greenery, to forest, to the alive nature, how they struggle being in this concrete, steel and glass among dust, smoke and no fresh air, and therefore their government sometimes tries to help them with the access to this nature, which was this little island made for, as I understand. Something similar to projects all around the world, as I know, in big cities, in big megapolises, where they have limited space and they cannot exactly grow a new park somewhere in the middle of the city because that's the most expensive land out there. So there's the contradictory place how to make money but at the same time not waste it. I got stuck with this toilet. It's a toilet actually, it's not a portal to to hell, but I got interested with it and that I started filming. If you look around, you can observe New Jersey on one side, and then walking around this park. I didn't climb in because that's the only person who can be there is me. There were a lot of people, and not a lot, it's 7 o'clock in the morning, and it was Saturday morning. A lot of people walking around, just relaxing, having their weekend. And actually, I haven't heard. I heard several Russian-speaking families passing by. I don't know if you like it or not, but when you live in a big city, you kind of start valuing better all these little nature things. See, they even try to protect it somehow. They created a little walk around, but at the same time they decided that they want to remind people that the nature needs their protection. Nature needs to be protected from people. It's good, but now we are in Gastonia, which is already a little paradise, but actually, again, I'm using the word actually 5 times in one sentence. There are a lot of things happening and changing, and I noticed that even Gastonia is growing. North Carolina is attracting people. A lot of people are coming from New York to settle in, I don't say Gastonia, they come to settle in North Carolina because they consider it to be a good place to live, maybe because of their income. But I don't really believe that there will be big income. I guess maybe it's just some kind of economical balloon happening again. But life in New York is overpriced and it's overrated. People love New York, it's special atmosphere, but I can't imagine myself living there. It's beautiful. I am ready to come there from time to time to charge my batteries and have something interesting and strange to look at. Like, where on earth you would see this thing and just spend time walking on it and looking at it. And I really spend a lot of time staying near these things.
So from here I can observe whole Manhattan. Oh, I can see Statue of Liberty over there. If you can see it too, you can click a like button. There we go. Thank ya. And all Manhattan. This way I got in here. People still keep running. I'm already thinking about running with them, because this way I will get faster to the library. It's actually not open yet. I'm going that way. Smooth. They are trying to preserve nature over here. Ah, okay, these are not squirrels, these are дрозды, скворцы. I haven't learned the name of birds in English. I'm not sure if I know them in Russian as well, but... Sparrow, black sparrow. Alright.
Actually, my walk along Hudson River is getting to the end. I found this interesting map, so you can make yourself familiar with all piers. And if you notice, they just started making different things in all of them. All of them are devoted to different places. There are some playgrounds, there are sport grounds, there are I even noticed some marketplace, science playground. I was not going to visit all of them. I understand that I could have, should have, would have, but when you have several days in there, you kind of want to spend them differently. I wanted to go to, remember, library, so that's my walk to the library. And I kept walking. It's been already, at that time it was already about 10, I believe, and the library was opening and is opening at 7. I decided to stop for a while to have some breakfast, and I spent my first $8 that day to get these eggs in a little store. It's kind of cute. I found a spot where I could see it again, looking at this hustle and bustle around, enjoying the sounds of this noise of the city. I understand that it's noisy. I understand that it might be disturbing, but at the same time, when you come there for 3 days, you gotta have fun and observe it, which I was actually doing. And by the end of my trip, I actually came to the library. That's the building in front of us. They are they are organizing public skating arena over here. It was the beginning of October. Right now it's the end of October. I'm fixing finally this video stuck because I got a whole bunch of videos. I have no time and I didn't have memory on my computer. And so that was the beginning of October, and they already started making preparation for skating arena. I don't know when it's gonna be ready. I've never even was looking for this information. And I will invite you to join me for the next video. There will be a wonderful guided tour around library. I totally recommend, if you are somewhere anywhere in around New York and in the library, there are special tours around it where you can really visit rooms which are normally not accessible to tourists, because that's a working library. People do work there for their research, for their studies, and these rooms are closed for visitors if you are not a resident of New York. The same as some of museums, they are only accessible for free. Like if you ask ChatGPT, they will tell you that there is a museum for free, but you gotta be a New York resident to get it free. So I will invite you to join me with my next video, and we will have a beautiful tour around library, public New York library. If you haven't subscribed yet, you are very welcome to do so. Leave your something in the comment section and let's go.
The second day. Hi there. The second day of my walking around New York is over. We made it happen somehow. I don't know. I just walked over all the records and made more than 40,000 steps. There is the record of it. I took a picture of my watch, which can count my steps. Unfortunately, not miles, not kilometers, just steps, which was also not bad. Not bad, right? Okay, what did I do? Where did I go? I split my trips around this day into two parts. I split it into two parts. So first in the morning, I worked like 7 in the morning. I was already outside. It's not really early from American point of view. Yeah, okay, but it's my weekend, kinda. So 7 in the morning, I was already out, even earlier. But 7, I was already out by Piers. So I walked along the piers because I read some recommendations. It's all in this video, and I walked along piers towards the library. From Chinatown towards the library. You can check the map. I will attach it probably. And then I walked around the library. I will make this separate video about library because it's worth it. It's worth visiting. It's worth taking the tour. I still have a sticker. There's my sticker to take a tour around the library. And then I went back home because because my batteries died out. Absolutely all of them. Camera battery and my phone battery died because I was taking pictures, I was filming it, and I had to go back home. So walking back home because I enjoy the city. I love walking around the city. I'm just walking, looking at the buildings. You know, I live in North Carolina. North Carolina is a village. So there are no high buildings around me. Forest is beautiful, but it's still nice to see high buildings. And I'm just observing these moments right now. Next, after charging the batteries for an hour, and I headed towards Brooklyn. From Chinatown towards Brooklyn Bridge, crossed the bridge on my 2 feet, crossed the bridge. Then I was sitting there for like an hour, waiting for the sunset, because I wanted to see the sunset with a bridge view, and I actually did it. So there are several pictures over there, but at the same time, yeah, it's good relaxing time. After it, I made a circle and went to Manhattan Bridge. So I was walking backwards with Manhattan Bridge, right, backwards. But it was still too early. It was about 8 o'clock, right? Yes, it was about 8 o'clock. Kind of early to finish the day. So, and especially, what else to do? I'm sitting in a hostel. It's not even a hotel where you can watch films on your TV. There is no TV in the hostel, so there is basically nothing else to do, just to sleep. So there is no reason to go back there. And I decided it was still early. So I walked across Manhattan Bridge and went towards ferry. I took a ferry from New York to New Jersey, looked at the Statue of Liberty, and it was actually my 4th time that very day where I could see Statue of Liberty. I didn't go to the Statue of Liberty. There is a separate video about me and the ferry, where to find it, how to go there. If you've never been there, totally recommend to watch the video and totally recommend going there. It's actually the only place where you can charge your phone or maybe camera, whatever you have. So basically nowhere else in New York you can charge your batteries. That's strange, but we have what we have. Okay. After ferry, it would have been a good idea to take metro, so I actually took metro, underground, subway, wherever you call it. And I actually will split the whole separate video about it. not about, I don't know, I'm still thinking that's gonna be a whole long month while I will be making all these videos, because I will put everything in one video, but then probably I will cut down separately what I think about subway in New York. I think a lot of things about it. Actually, there was the whole adventure, because theoretically it was a simple thing. You take a metro, go to your spot, and you're there after 26 minutes instead of 55 minutes walking. But there was the whole adventure with it, because there were some technical issues, and they told us get off the train. So I had to change the lane, so I went to another lane, and then I took another train, and then I got to my spot, and when I got out, it was correct, it was okay. But then I just lost the direction. I didn't check out with the map, and I got lost a little bit. That's why I made that many steps that day, because I got extra 10,000 just because of walking around there. But it was good, because I walked around Little Italy. Little Italy area is nearby where I live, so it's cool. It was cool to see. In the night time, it's actually beautiful. So I hope you will enjoy this video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. Oh, let's go.